Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. It is Sunday, May 20, the year 2018. Let's talk trading. Weekly opening gap. This week, just like last week, we will definitely consider money and risk management when we put our trades on. And we can see we've got the yen gapping up 15. But you know what? The pivot point is down here. I'm going to look to go short. As you can see, we've got many fills, but we also have a pound Australian gap down of 62 pips. What's going on with that? Well, it's already heading that way by 19 pips. It gapped out of the wick zone. That would have been a nice one. We got the euro yen gapping up 22. Wonder where the pivot is on the euro yen. Pivot point. The daily pivot is right here. Interesting. That's something that's really interesting. The pivot's up here. Gapped up. Wow. Not sure which way to play that one. You got the pivot up here. It gapped up. What's it going to hit first? Fill the gap or the pivot? We'll have to look at that during the during the week here. Let me see. Anything else? Look, euro Aussie gap down. Euro Aussie gap down. Pound Aussie gap down. What's going on with the Australian dollar? Definitely, these gaps aren't been filled yet. Might want to check the news, but look for these gaps to fill. This should be very interesting. And looking at the daily, you can see where it is here, still moving up. Big gap to fill. Why do I keep going back there? Oh, that's too funny. Interesting. Since I really like to trade the dollar yen, it's well behaved, even though I'm thinking about switching to the euro yen, only because the range seems to be much higher. We've had a couple of days where there weren't rat trades on the yen, so that's never a good thing. You can see here we've got the pivot. It's heading to the buy zone. I'm not thinking buy, I'm thinking short. But you can see the pivot is actually below the short zone. Or I'm sorry, it's above the short zone. Short zone is below the pivot. But I still think might be a fill possibility. But what we'll have to do is wait for it to come back through the open to go short. And it's too early in the day. We're only in the 4th hour. There's no rat zone. You can see here, once again, we got a weekly pivot down here. That'd be an interesting fill. And there's the pivot. Got close, but no cigar. There's the close down here. It seems to be moving steadily up as we're watching. I'd look for a 2-ball, maybe 3-ball, and then look for it to come down. That's something I would anticipate. But you can see it's so much green up here, it probably wouldn't be smart to start selling. And just another look. You can see here it hit previous day's midpoint, turned right around and went up. And for those trading off of the monthly open, you can see here there's some nice movement. The month's a little over halfway over. Nice movement. The wick zones, some huge wick zones. We'll see if price can get out of them. Holo looks like we're going to have a new highest. Well, we just had a highest open. Looks like we might get a new one. Wow, this 15-minute candlestick is almost 10 pips. Not a bad trade. And you can see here the price action. Whoops, not ready to end quite yet. You can see here ask is below the peak. It just went above it. It's getting near that 111. See if it can penetrate and hold, or penetrate and then fall back down, looking on the short side. And you can see here the nice IRB line gave a trigger. If you took it, you're in the money. So far, no short triggers on the IRBs. So there you have it. Once again, if we can look at the gaps here, you can see we've got gaps on the Aussie pairs almost across the chart. Where was that other Aussie pair? I think that was it. The Euro, Aussie. There we go. So you want to take advantage. You've got the gap along with the weekly open crossover, and just trade accordingly. It's not that difficult. It really isn't. In fact, I was talking to my buddy Jay Zero and today on the telephone, and it was funny. He says he's not a trader. He goes, man, I watch those trading videos and I just don't know what you're talking about. I said, well, it's kind of like me watching your fishing videos. I can, I'm going to probably do a video explaining how to trade using in fishing terms. It was kind of funny. We had an interesting conversation. So I might do that one this week, or it might come out next week, because I got something I want to do this week. In fact, I was thinking I might even do another ebook. But I think I'll do it as a video, and then maybe I could write the book. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think. Anyway, that's it. It's Sunday. And remember, as you're trading this week, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So let's go drain the banks.